The tapes came to us in a shoebox, labeled in a hand that got shakier toward the end. A man named Wes Hullman recorded them over the last 11 days of his life, though he did not know, at first, that they were his last. He believed he had found something miraculous, a camcorder that could see tomorrow. He was almost right. Almost is the worst thing to be.
I found it at an estate sale, in a box marked broken. But it wasn't broken. When I played back what I'd filmed, it showed my living room exactly, except the clock said tomorrow, and there was mail on the floor that hadn't come yet. Next day, the mail came, exactly like the tape. I sat down on the stairs and I shook. I thought I had been handed the future. So I got greedy. I set it on the tripod, pointed it down the hall, and I watched tomorrow's hallway for an hour, empty, ordinary. And then, right at the far end, by the back door, there was a person, just standing there, facing away, not moving. I don't have a back door that anyone uses. I live alone. And that hallway was tomorrow. I told myself it was a glitch, tracking error, a shadow. But I filmed it again the next night, and the figure was closer. Same stillness, same back turned, but nearer. The way the hour hand is nearer without you ever catching it move. It had come up the hall about 6 feet. I measured it against the door frame. 6 feet in one day. I thought, alright, if the tape shows tomorrow, then tomorrow isn't fixed. I can change it. So I moved everything. Dragged the couch across the door, stacked chairs, turned on every light, and I filmed. And tomorrow's tape showed all of it. The couch, the chairs, the lights blazing. It showed my little barricade perfectly. And it showed the figure standing in the middle of it, closer than before, patient as furniture. I stopped sleeping around the 4th day. You can't sleep with something coming up your hallway one day at a time, even if it's only on a screen. I'd sit on the floor with my back to the wall and the camera in my lap, and I'd watch tomorrow. And every tomorrow it was nearer, and every tomorrow it was more still, and I started to understand it wasn't walking toward me. It was arriving. On the 7th night, I finally pointed it at the bedroom. I almost couldn't press play. Tomorrow's bedroom was dark, and the figure was there, standing right beside the bed, looking down. And there was someone in the bed, on his back, eyes open, staring up at the ceiling, not blinking, not breathing. It took me a long, cold minute to recognize the face. It was mine. So I ran. I threw the camera in the car, and I drove until the town was gone behind me, and I got a motel room with a lock and a chain. And out of habit, out of sickness, I filmed the room, and I played tomorrow. And the figure was already there, standing in the corner, facing away, waiting. It wasn't following my house. It was following the camera. It was following me.
We traced the camcorder back through 4 owners. Each one is in a file we keep for cases that don't resolve. Each one filmed a figure at the end of a hallway. Each one watched it come closer, over days, always still, always turned away. And each one died, quietly, in bed. On the exact day the figure in tomorrow's tape finally reached them. The camera outlived all of them. It is very patient.
It was the motel clock that broke it open. The tape showed a time, and the room, and the light through the curtain, and none of it matched tomorrow. It matched yesterday. I checked the others, I checked them all. The mail I predicted had already been sitting on my floor when I filmed. The barricade I had built the day before. The camera was never showing me the day ahead. It was showing me the day behind, on a delay. And that's when the floor went out from under me. Because if it's a day behind, then everything I watched had already happened. The figure didn't come closer each day because it was approaching. It came closer because I was watching, in order, the last footage of a man it had already reached. I wasn't filming the future, I was reviewing the end, and I was reviewing it from somewhere on the other side of it. I don't know exactly when I died. Sometime around the first tape, I think. In the bed, on my back, with my eyes open. What's left, this thing that drives to motels and shakes on the stairs and talks into a recorder, is just the last of me, going through the motions a day late, the way a body's hair keeps growing for a little while. The figure in the tape isn't coming for me, it's me, walking backward out of the room on the recording. I played the last frame just now. The figure by the bed finally turned around. I made myself look. It has my face. It isn't angry or hungry or anything at all. It just looks tired, the way I look tired. And it looks straight into the lens, straight at me watching it. And I understand that we are the same loop, the watcher and the watched, and that neither of us gets to leave the tape.
The camcorder was recovered from an empty house, the record lights still on, still warm. The last tape in the box is 30 seconds of a quiet, ordinary room with no one in it, timestamped tomorrow. We have not filmed anything in that room. We keep it on a shelf, and every so often, someone new asks to borrow it to see if the stories are true. We always say no. We are running out of ways to say no.